Okay, welcome to the special session of the Marshall County Board of Supervisors, May 14th, meeting 9 a.m. I'll call the meeting to order. Notice to the public, the Board of Supervisors welcomes comments from the public during the time allowed for discussion. You are requested to approach the podium and use the microphone. State your name and address for the record and limit the time used to present your remarks in order that others may be given an opportunity to speak. The normal process on any agenda item is for the chair to read the item from the agenda. The board is given an opportunity to comment on the issue and/or place a motion on the floor. An opportunity for discussion may be presented, at which time the public may participate, and a roll call vote will follow. Roll call, please.
Hibbs,
Yes.
Heil,
Yes.
Goodman.
Yes.
Would you rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I would entertain a motion to approve the agenda.
I move that we approve the agenda.
I'll second.
Okay, roll call vote, please.
Heil,
Yes.
Goodman,
Yes.
Hibbs,
Yes. The consent agenda, personnel changes, Marshall County Sheriff's Office. New hire, Monica Davis, registered nurse, full-time, $35 per hour, starting on or after May 19th.
All
That's
right,
the
well-
end of the consent agenda, so.
I'll make the motion to approve today's consent agenda.
I'll second that.
Okay. Roll call vote, please.
Heil,
Yes.
Goodman,
Yes.
Hibbs,
Yes. Public forum. Time set aside for the public to make comments on topics of county business other than those listed on the agenda. No action will be taken on any of these topics brought up in the public forum. Bill, would you like to come forward?
Haven't been here for a while, so
Welcome back.
it's you have a nice facility. And, so, anyway, I got a few notes because I might think too much like Trump and get off the bed, so I don't want to do that. But I thank you for the opportunity to spend a little bit of time here, just a minute or two.
Bill, can I have you just introduce who you are and where you
I'm
live?
sorry.
Yeah,
Rosalie told me to do that.
yeah.
I'm Bill Patton,
Okay,
and I farm out in the west part of town.
okay.
And out by Bangor. So I was
Thank you.
I was wanting to come and just share my thoughts about the bicycle path.
Okay.
And
And just to clarify, before you get started, we're happy to have you do that. That item has been pulled from the agenda, so it's not on this agenda. We're just talking about it in public forum, so.
yeah, that's
Okay.
fine. I appreciate the
Yeah.
opportunity to do that.
Okay.
So, yeah, again, thanks for letting me do this. I'm here to speak about the million or 2 million or whatever it is, or what it isn't going to be, being asked by the supervisors for bicycle path. And I'll tell you up front, I'm not against the bicycle path. I am a little against the supervisors being asked to help pay for it. Because that money has to come from property tax. That affects everybody who owns anything. If you're a farmer, that affects you per acre, and that's getting high. And if you're a farmer or around a farmer, when you're up around the $40 per acre, just for the purpose of being able to own your farm, that gets high priced. And so anyway, that's one of the things that my neighbors were complaining about. So skipping on down here just a little bit, I'm not sure that I know of any neighbor out in the northwest part of the county. Who is in favor of the supervisors spending money on this? And if you did give $1 million, that barely gets us to the bridge. We got a ways to go yet. We'll be back for more. It's just the way life is. And I know my farm friends are real concerned about that. Let's see here. One of the things that I've heard is that if we build a bicycle path, the towns around are just going to blossom. Been told that for several years. And Rosalie and I have children down in the Ankeny area. And when we're down there going to ball games and stuff, we're to different towns and things. And so we've been to most of those small towns around there. And what I've noticed in the past 3 years, just going down there for ball games, they have built hundreds of houses in these little towns. And then now they're building schools because there's children in these houses. They're growing. Those towns are growing. That's the blossoming part. We're not gonna blossom up here until we grow. And I don't think that building and my friends don't feel it's growing just by building a bicycle path. And people say, well, if we don't have something for people to have a pleasure, you know, we can't get people to come up here from Des Moines or from you know, some other place to work here in town. And that's probably true. That's probably true. But, you know, they have to have a good job. That comes first. It's kind of like the old chicken and the old egg deal. What comes first? And so I could wander some more, but that's my thoughts. That's my neighbor's thoughts. And just wanted to share that.
Thank you.
So, thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you for not going to sleep and listening.
Thanks, Bill.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Bill.
Bill.
Harold?
How you doing? Good.
Harold Dining, 1994 Vine Avenue. I, like Bill, I've got some notes too. Let me just say from the beginning, I'm totally opposed to bike trails. You know that. I've been here many times. I've been here every time it's come up, and I'll be here every time that does come up. As stated before, we need bridges and we need roads. And I've stated before, there's bridges out there that are so narrow that we can't even get modern day equipment through it. We've got bridges out there that have got embargoes on it, weight limits and so forth and so on. What would $1 million do toward that effort? A lot. I got a bridge on Vine Avenue that 3 of the 4 corners are broken off of it. Can't get it replaced. I see they're building bridges other places. That's great. I'm glad they're building them. I just wish I could get one. We got to deal in what we need rather than what we want. And I do that at home. I'd like to have a lot of things, but do I just want them or do I really need them? And I go with the needs. I got a recession coming, in my opinion. So we need to be tightening our belt. And that's what I've done, is cut back on any unnecessary spending. What do ordinary people want? Do you ever go out and really talk to ordinary people? What they want? Bill has. I have. Bike trails is not a priority, believe me, it's not. Now, just because the city comes up here and they make their plea to want money and so forth, and they do so many stupid things in this town, it's no wonder they're in financial trouble. As far as I know, the county's in pretty good shape. We're not great, but we're certainly not in trouble. They want people to come and ride bike trails. Okay. Well, I'm going to give you some reasons they're not going to, if they do come, they're going to what to remember. One, terrible, terrible streets, horrible streets. I get so mad when I come to town and have to drive on these rough, terrible streets. There's no shopping in this town. You got 17 by their count one time of empty storefronts up here. And what there is up there isn't what the ordinary people want. No restaurants that are decent, in my opinion. And one of the worst is the horrible, horrible, horrible smell. This town stinks, period. Now, I don't think anybody come up here and ride a bicycle wants to smell the smell that we've got in this town. Those are the things you need to be putting their money into, not a slab of concrete out through the countryside. And I have to chuckle when I think how beautiful a trail's going to be. Oh, look at here, there's a beautiful field of corn over. Oh, they got beans over here and so forth. Come on. Now, I don't know if you have or not, because you probably already decided what you're going to do. I want you to think about something. You know, the mentality in Washington, D.C. is to get rid of people, get rid of people, get rid of people. Is that what you're going to do in order to make the million? Get rid of some people in the Treasury Department, the Auditor's Department, the County Attorney's Office, Sheriff's Department, and so forth. Is that what you're going to do? Where are you going to get this $1 million? Where's it going to come from? It doesn't grow on trees, last I knew, and so forth. Don't waste my tax dollars on bicycle trails. Like Bill, there's places for the bicycle trails, and they get used. I'd make a note of every time I go down Highway 330. How many? Nope, not a single one, not a single one. Cross some of the crossings here, like both ways, nope, nobody around, nobody around. So, don't waste my money. One last thing. Talk about the smell and why I don't like it. I limit my trips to Marshalltown for streets, smell, and so forth. Last week, I've been doing a little project, got done. I thought, let's go to town and go to the Dairy Queen. So I go down to the Dairy Queen on North 3rd Avenue. Nice day, sitting out under the umbrella and trying to enjoy my blizzard. The stink was so bad, we had to just get in the car, and then it was in my nostrils halfway home and so forth. And I can't even escape it in Vine Avenue because the wind's a certain direction. I can smell it out there. You want people to come to town, do the streets, get some restaurants and shopping, and get rid of the smell. Then you'll have people come. And like Bill alluded to, you got to get the jobs here. You got to have an incentive for them to come, not just to ride a bike trail. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Harold. Anyone else? Okay. Do you want to comment?
Point of clarification, so this item was pulled by the requester for this year, or it's not to come up again this year that we're aware of?
That we're aware of. I don't know whether they'll come back this year or not, but
Okay.
my understanding is
Because I thought it was
Yeah.
to get a grant application
a specific,
ASAP.
a specific grant, and I believe they pushed that back, so.
Okay.
So they're not applying this year?
You'd have to check with Jeff, but they just decided to pull their request for now. Yeah. Okay, anything else? We'll move on to adjournment. The next regular session is Wednesday, May 21st at 9 a.m. at the courthouse here in this meeting room. All business to be acted upon at that session should be submitted to the County Auditor Recorder's Office or the Board of Supervisors Office by Wednesday, May 14th, today, by noon. There being no further business to come before the meeting, this meeting is adjourned at 9:15.